Hello, y'all. How are you? I hope that y'all are well. First and foremost, I want to say thank you. Thank you for every single one of you for all of your support and your kind words, your compassion, your generosity, for hanging in there. I know this has been a rough month. I know that my videos have not been normal videos. I've not been in a normal headspace. For those of you who are new, and I do have a couple of new people, my dad passed away on the 5th of October in the morning, and that same day in ICU. And that same day my mom was admitted into the hospital, and I had to put her in there to take her and whisk her downstairs after she collapsed when they took the respirator off my dad. And then my mom ended up in ICU. My dad was in a room still in ICU because I was downstairs with my mom and couldn't do paperwork. We were waiting on the crematorium, but we all needed to say goodbye. And the crematorium was wonderful. The ICU was wonderful. So I had one parent being wheeled into the ICU and one parent in the ICU already deceased. And we were scared. We came very, very, very close to losing my mom. So I have been overwhelmed. I have been stressed out. My anxiety level has been off the charts. I have been having trouble with my focus and concentration. I've physically been exhausted. I was at the hospital with my mom the whole week, except for the very last 2 days, and she was in there from Thursday morning until Friday evening. Friday evening? Yeah. On the 13th. So she got out Friday the 13th. I've lost more weight. I've been meaning to lose more weight, but not quite this way. When I get stressed out, I either gain weight or I lose weight, and I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight because, one, I've been eating healthier. Well, we've been eating healthier. Lately, Mr. Rockstar's had to remind me to eat. I haven't been getting as much sleep. I've been trying to work through some of this emotional roller coaster stuff with art, with words in art, with writing, and some of it's helping. I'm excited about things, and then I feel guilty because I'm excited. I put the memorial video together. The memorial service is tomorrow morning at 11, and then we're having like a family potluck kind of dinner, bring a dish kind of dinner at noon at the same church. It's my uncle's church, and my dad didn't want a funeral service. My dad was adamant about not having a funeral service. So I've had to kind of be really careful about what we're planning, because some of his family is very Christian. Most of them are Christian. My dad was sort of the black sheep. My dad was a Christian, but my dad didn't go to church. My mom didn't either. They didn't feel like you had to go to church to be a Christian. That you could pray and worship God wherever you were. And so I was raised with that mentality. And I'm not a Christian. I'm not sure what I am, other than a very eclectic spiritual person. I'm a very spiritual person. So I'm in this really weird space where I know my dad wouldn't want all this church stuff, and he wouldn't want his memorial service, and I have ink again. He wouldn't want his memorial service to be a funeral service. He wanted a celebration of his life. He wanted a casual, laid-back kind of thing. My dad didn't like dress up. My dad didn't dress up hardly ever. My wedding, my brother's wedding, a few funerals. Yeah, my dad didn't do dress-up clothes. I have a picture of him in the memorials video where they were supposed to kind of dress up. My dad put on a dress shirt, a really pretty purple dress shirt, 'cause it's my mom's favorite color. a button-up shirt, long sleeve, really nice dress shirt over a white t-shirt, and then his overalls and his nice shoes. That was my dad's idea of dress up. You know, I mean, if he didn't have to wear a suit, yeah, my dad was not a dress up person. So I've kind of let everybody know it's more of a casual kind of thing. And I've kind of teeter-tottered on the line of things. And if you're wondering, these are Halloween press-on for Halloween. I'm letting my own nails grow out, but when I went tearing through my house, through boxes and bags and bins and everything else, and even up in the attic, I tore a bunch of my nails because I was looking for pictures. We have, I had to scan pictures for the memorial video. Poor Mr. Rockstar ended up in the attic because I couldn't find my box of pictures, and yet it ended up in a bin, mistakenly, up in the attic. Not good. So I've been overwhelmed. I've been stressed out, and one of the things that's helped me has been my family. Some of my family has been Mr. Rockstar, has been my friends, and not necessarily the friends you'd think. Some of the friends who've helped me through this have been y'all, some of you, and you know who you are, and thank you so much. I consider all of you my friends. If you're willing to pay money to support me and my creative endeavors, I think that's such a wonderful thing, and I feel so blessed to have all of you. And I know some of you knew, and I thought I'd tell you what's going on, because this month has not been a normal month for me. It started out pretty well with Inktober and stuff, and then it crashed when my dad died and my mom ended up in the hospital. It was very traumatic, and I'm finally catching my bearings, but it's a roller coaster ride. I did a blog post finally, and someone commented on there about how grief is like the ocean waves in a storm, and you know, it beats you up, and you never know where it's coming from when it's going to hit you, but it does. And that's very reminiscent of how I felt. I was in survivor fight mode for the whole week my mom was in the hospital. But once she got out, there's been a number of things happening since then. That Mr. Victor got walking pneumonia. Mr. Rockstar's been going through some stuff, and the stress has really affected his Crohn's disease. We've had some financial issues. It's been a lot of different things. His phone broke. My phone froze. We had to spend money we didn't really have to get phones, and thank goodness I found $20 phones for Net 10. We almost had to switch to Straight Talk, and I would have had to pay $30 per phone. These are little inexpensive Android phones. So I'm not unhappy with it. I just got to figure out how the hell to answer it. It's bigger than my old LG $20 phone. I don't really do the phone thing. I don't film from my phone. I don't really take pictures. Maybe I could take pictures from this one. But that one, the picture sucked. I take pictures with my camera, or on occasion with my tablet. When things are better and I can afford to, I'm going to get one of the Samsung Galaxies, I think, later when I can afford to. Because I'm going to be on the road a lot more. I'm going to be going to my mom's at least once or twice a week. So I'm going to be doing some vlogs, some chat videos, hopefully, while I'm on the way to or from, because it's about an hour and a half from where I live to where my mom lives. And I'll do some outside chats about stuff when I'm at my mom's, because it's absolutely gorgeous there. But back to where I was at. Focus. I know my videos have not been up to par. Not really I've had some pretty good ones since July, but July is when all of this with the cancer and the Crohn's disease and all of that kind of started. And it's been really crazy, hectic, traumatic, overwhelming, stressful. And the past week, my emotions have been all over the place. And as much as I can use creativity to help me, I have had a block. I was able to do those couple of pages in my big journal, but then I got a block again. So I went back to what's comfortable, what I have always done, and what I was doing for a very long time, and that's kind of, you know, and I have to watercolor these. You saw the one where I did, but I got to thinking, because I need to channel some of this raw emotion, some of this grief and the stress and the anger and the sadness. I need to channel it. And the best way for me to channel that is through art and words. So the block has really, really screwed me up. And then I thought, what can I do to get rid of that block? What have I told people to do? That blank page. So I'm going to do that. What I've told other people to do, I'm going to follow my own fucking advice, and I'm going to do that. Excuse my French. Because I need to. I have this, and with the memorial service in the morning, and I found out that my mom's not really been sleeping. She's been taking naps. My mom's always been a night owl, but she's not sleeping really during the day either. She's taking naps, which is not good for her at all. Not good for her at all. I've been really angry with my brother. One of the days in the hospital, Thursday, the last 2 days I didn't go. I was there the whole time, spending the night, except for Tuesday, Monday night, Tuesday night, Monday night, and then Friday night. Friday night, Mr. Rockstar made me go home and take a shower and get some sleep, because sleeping in the waiting room for the 2 nights in a row, I had 3 hours sleep in two nights in 48, 50 something hours. Last time I had slept was Tuesday night. Wednesday we were on the way to the ER, went to the ER, then went to the other hospital and went to the ICU. Thursday I slept about 3.5 hours in the waiting room of the ICU unit, and that was it. I was exhausted. I was running on caffeine and adrenaline. Worry from everything. Worry over losing my mom. I had 2 parents in ICU. One had just died and one was being put into ICU, and they allowed my mom to tell my dad goodbye in ICU before they put her in her own room, which is right down the hall from where my dad's room was. My shoulder just popped. That felt good. It hurt, but it felt good. So it's been crazy, and for that, I feel like I need to apologize. And at the same token, I've felt guilty because I've been excited about some things. What all of this has made me realize is that I need to be on a routine again. I need to get back on a routine. I need to get back some normalness in my life. I need to get some normalness. My dad would not want me feeling guilty because I'm excited about something. My dad would not want me feeling guilty because I'm alive and he's not. My dad would not want me to feel guilty because I'm angry with my brother over something that is not petty, it's real. But my dad would also tell me to let it go. What I don't have control over, let it go. So I'm going to do what I know my dad would tell me to do, and I'm going to go do something on that fucking page and get back into my art. I'm going to celebrate his life tomorrow at the memorial service, because my dad told us on more than one occasion he'd had a good life. He had no regrets. He had lived a very good life. And my dad touched every single person he came into contact with in such a positive way. There are some people who leave their mark in the world with physical things, a building that they created. Like, for example, my grandfather, and I didn't know this until I was an adult, helped build the Panama Canal. My grandfather, my paternal grandfather, also helped build one of the dams that's here locally in South Carolina. For example. And my dad, being a construction worker, being a superintendent and running heavy equipment stuff, there were neighborhoods and roads and lakes and things that my dad built that physically he left a mark. But my dad also left a mark, almost like a fingerprint, on a lot of the people. Pretty much everybody he came in contact with, because of the kind of person he was. He was the kind of person that said hello to the cashier at the gas station and the grocery store when he got his lunch at Hardee's or wherever my dad went. My dad put a smile on people's faces. My dad was always one of those people. He was like, "Hey baby, how you doing? Hey darling, how you doing? I hope you have a great day. You look beautiful today." He told old women, young women, it doesn't matter, little girls, "Hey baby, how you doing? Hey sweetheart, hey darling, you look beautiful." And that was how he was. If you were to ask anybody about my dad, some of the things that would be said was that my dad was generous. My dad was compassionate. My dad was kind and patient. My dad was laid back. He was loving. He was determined. He was resilient. But the biggest thing that they would tell you about my dad is that my dad loved unconditionally. My dad was not judgmental. And he made every single person he came into contact with feel special. And when I get up tomorrow at the memorial service, that's what I'm going to tell people. And my dad told me, when he found out what I was doing with YouTube and Patreon, sharing creativity, sharing and the way that I am, that I was leaving my own mark, that he was very proud of me. And my dad would not want me to stop what I'm doing that's bringing myself and so many other people joy. My dad would not want me to feel guilty because I'm living my life. So, thank you, every single one of you. The journal videos are going to get better because I'm not going to let this stop me. They may be different, some of them, because I have a lot of stuff to work through. But the daily kind of videos, the daily kind of pages are my sort of comfort zone, but I've got to get out of the comfort zone a little bit to work through some of this, and I think that's been part of the block. So I'm going to get to some comfort zone and then get out of some comfort zone. So I'm going to film that, but I wanted all of you to know how very special all of this support and the wonderful words and the comments and the kindness and the generosity have really meant to me. I can't express in words how much it's meant to me that y'all have hung in there, that I didn't lose patrons this month with everything that was going on. I know everybody has things that are going on in their lives. We all go through things. Sometimes we can't afford to stay on Patreon. Sometimes maybe we have to reduce. But I just, from the bottom of my heart, wanted to say thank you so much for all of you, for every single one of you. Thank you. Okay. So, I did this
and I did this, and I did it with the brown Noodler's ink and the black Micron pen, but I kind of wanted to chronicle some of the colors. I don't think I have enough, to be honest, but we're going to start. So we're going to start with this because this is what I did first. I wanted to do this, and I have my Traveler size watercolor. So some of these I haven't even used yet. These are different shades. Even if they don't look like it. Let's go back and add. Oh, I did that backwards. That's a brown. That's in the wrong place. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's there now, huh? So we're going to put it right here. And I'm going to take that up. I'm not sure. We're going to put this one up here. And we're going to do the purple over here. Because these are blues. Okay, so we've got and they're running. Oh, that's a purple. Oh, that's a pretty purple. I did those backwards too, y'all. Oh, that's a gorgeous blue. And that's a green, so we have them in the wrong order. So the green, the gray, the brown. Okay. So that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. So let's get this really big one. And we're gonna do that pretty blue because I feel like blue. Alright, I feel better already, so I'm going to plop a little more watercolor, some blue, because I feel like blues, that's the same. We're going to let it run a little. I'm gonna let this finish drying. I'm gonna, I think, go in and do some kind of poetry or quote or something on these pages. I don't know what yet, but it felt good to get that out. The sadness and the anger. Felt good to get it out. Thanks, y'all. Have a good day.